Hi everyone. So I don't think I'm putting the artist's name in the title. I think I'm going to title this video A Classic Rock Artist That Doesn't Get Enough Respect. So let's reveal who it is. That's right. Rod Stewart. And I'll tell you about him and, of course, the band he was in, the Faces, who were originally the Small Faces. So we'll start back, way back in the 60s with the only album I have by the Small Faces. And I always mispronounce this, so I'm not even going to attempt to. But it is definitely one of my favorite 60s albums. And this was the deluxe version without Rod Stewart. And it's very well, it's a really nice package, except for one little error. There always has to be an error. Not always, but so it comes with a little booklet. Of course, later on, Rod Stewart joined the Small Faces and they became the Faces. After Steve Meroweth quit and started up Humble Pie. Comes with these, they're like coasters. The mono version of the album I can't pronounce. So there, I think there's the stereo in the mono version, and then bonus. Yeah, previously unreleased alternative mixes if you want to pause that to read it. The 3 CDs. Ian McLaughlin, the keyboardist. Yeah, the thing is, I'm missing one of the members, and I have 2 of the Ian McLaughlin. I don't know if anybody else had that issue. Steve Meroweth. The great lead singer, guitarist. And Ronnie Lane. And each of them, it's nice, they're protected, each of the CDs. So yeah, very nice box set. Kind of difficult to store on my CD rack, but I do anyway. So, of course, Rod Stewart, no, I mean Steve Meroweth left do that again. Steve Meroweth left the Small Faces and he started up a super group with Peter Frampton, who was in the band The Herd, who were kind of a more commercial band, you know, the screaming fans and all that, and I think Peter Frampton was kind of turned off by that, and so they started up Humble Pie, and I'm waiting for my new Humble Pie box set, which I guess is going to be coming in a few days, with remastered albums, except for these 2, because they weren't on A&M Records, but these are. So newly remastered Humble Pie, and Rock On. Some of these CDs are from the 80s. Humble Pie Performance, great live album, and Smokin', and Eat It. And then I didn't buy any more after the, well, I didn't even buy this when it came out. My brother did, and I wasn't, still not a big fan of this album. Let's see how the new remasters are. I did buy Thunderbox on vinyl when it came out, but I didn't really care for it. And so Rod Stewart joined, and I'll go back to his early solo career at the end of this. So Rod Stewart joined the Faces, or Faces, and this is a box set with all of their studio albums and bonus tracks. The booklet, there's nothing much to the booklet, but you know, it's fine. At least there is a booklet with the credits and everything. My main issue with the albums is to try and replicate. You know, if they had a gatefold on vinyl, then I'm hoping that these have the gatefold. But I don't think any of these did. There's their first album, Small Faces. And of course they changed it to Faces. Long player. And they're all on the Warner Brothers label. And my favorite is A Nod Is As Good As a Wink to a Blind Horse, which has their biggest hit, Stay With Me. I love that. That really should have been the cover. And their final, sadly their final album, Ooh La La, and I know the vinyl had, so you could move the eyes. And of course, I understand they can't do that for these. They could, I guess, in some way, but... And this is really good too. And Faces Stray Singles and B-Sides. Just pause the video if you want to read that. So of course, while Rod Stewart was in the Faces, he had his solo career. And this box set covers the complete Mercury studio recording, so his first few albums, up to Smiler. And this on Amazon is at a really good price. I think it's, you know, something like $30, and you get 3 CDs, which includes all his early albums and bonus cuts. So, yeah, I was listening to his second album, Gasoline Alley, the other night, and he produced, like, you know, I understand he went in a more commercial, you know, people say he sold out, and maybe he did, but even still, like some of his 80s songs, like Young Hearts Be Free Tonight, Young Turks, was it called? Some of his, you know, hit singles were still good, and I might have bought an album or two back then. And he's still doing well today. He's still got his voice, pretty much. And so I think he's kind of, you know, I don't think it's cool to like Rod Stewart these days. And I just think he's a great talent. And like I said, he produced these albums. He's a great producer. They all sound really good. Ron Wood, of course, went on to be in the Rolling Stones. So this one comes with a very nice booklet. So disc 1 includes the Rod Stewart album, his first one, and Gasoline Alley. And I remember my brother had the Rod Stewart album. And that's it there, but probably won't. It's just a very plain cover, the Rod Stewart album. But in the UK, it was actually, I don't know where it is here. It was a different cover, but even that cover wasn't that great. It was a little bizarre, actually. But yeah, especially Gasoline Alley. I love that album. And then Every Picture Tells a Story, which is probably most people's favorite, with Maggie May, of course. My favorite is Never a Dull Moment. That one there. And then bonus tracks like Pinball Wizard, Oh No, Not My Baby. And ending with Smiler. I was thinking Smiler was on this. I never actually play Smiler. Maybe I should, but that's when I never bought Smiler, and I kind of, for the most part, lost interest in his career. But like I said, I did buy some of his later albums in the 80s, a couple of them. But, you know, I certainly think he's one of the greats. So, you know, and the Faces, of course. And so, yeah, I'd love your thoughts on Rod Stewart, and thank you for watching, and have a great day. Oh, I'll say my favorite songs by Rod Stewart are You Wear It Well, True Blue, Every Picture Tells a Story, Maggie May, of course, I Know I'm Losing You, Madeline Wind, Gasoline Alley, Cut Across Shorty, My Way of Giving. He does a version of Street Fighting Man, which is great. Handbags and Glad Rags. And yeah, I'd Rather Go Blind, Twisting the Night Away. Lots of great songs. So I'd love your thoughts on Rod in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.